A young boy of dual ethnicity, I grew up in South Birmingham to a really poor family. And I could never have imagined that I'd get invited to the palace to receive an OBE from our future king. Actually, growing up, I dreamed of becoming a professional photographer, but life clearly had other plans for me. My name is Steve Gilbert, and this is my story. Now, we were one of only a few black families growing up in a largely white area of Birmingham, so we stood out as different. And racism was a daily part of my life growing up. From the name calling to people constantly touching my hair, being followed around the shops to being racially profiled by the police. My skin colour has had a significant impact on my life experiences. And then as I grew older, I started to understand that my experiences were not unique to me, and that actually other people who looked like me were also having similar experiences. I also describe myself as a member of a club that I really wish that I wasn't. Serious mental illness has had such a profound impact on my life. In my early 20s, that meant that I experienced long periods of depression. And, having lost all hope, I then made an attempt to take my own life. I was only 24. Depression continued to dominate the next 2 years of my life. And then, one sunny summer day, after a spectacular manic episode, I then spent an afternoon in a police cell before being admitted to hospital under the Mental Health Act. It was quite an experience. And then, at that point, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And 5 years later, with something called complex post-traumatic stress disorder. This being the lifetime result of psychological abuse by my family. I've been on a mission to rebuild my life ever since. There's been one core thread running throughout my life, and that has been the importance of using my voice. Even as a child, I was never afraid to speak up when I felt that there'd been an injustice. Sometimes this got me into trouble, but to quote the great John Lewis, who walked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., speak up, speak out, get in the way, get in good trouble, necessary trouble. So I now take pride in using my voice to meet people where they are, to encourage their humanity, their empathy, their capabilities and their courage to think bigger, to feel braver and to act with greater courage, activating them to play their part in reducing inequalities. As a speaker and an event host, I will work to understand the needs of your audience and the intended benefits for them and your organisation. This is crucial to the delivery of a powerfully persuasive professional speech that will captivate the attention of your audience, compelling them to take effective action. As that little boy growing up in Birmingham, I could never have predicted how my life would turn out. The path has not always been easy, it's not always been clear, but I know that it was necessary to equip me with the competencies, the confidence and the courage required to be a leader capable of challenging societal inequalities and delivering change. And I hope that you will join me in making that change happen. Let's do it together.